Hi. Why is it blue? Why? It's like Mondays. Mondays. Camera does this. No. No. How's it going? How's it going, everyone? Hope you're doing well. happy Monday. Hello, Bronze Owl. Welcome in. How you doing? Mondays, indeed. Can't get away from them. Can't get away from a Monday. As long as you're employed. Or have school. Or have anything that is that kind of schedule. What is this? What is this? Go away. Yeah, screw it. I don't care enough. Anyways, I hope you all had a lovely weekend. It's been nice here. I did some more game deving. I fixed up some stuff. I fixed up the spider boss. Figured out the problems with it. So we had some issues. Fixed up some problems with the health stuff not showing up. There was like some small stuff, basically, is what I did over the weekend. All yesterday. I mean, I say over the weekend. It was all yesterday. I have no time to do anything on Saturday, because that's when I record the video for yesterday. But the video came out on shadow masking and all like that stuff. It had I always post on like the Unreal Engine. It did great there. Freaking 56 upvotes. My goodness, really good. Before below average. Why is it every time that I think a video is great in terms of what I cover, it doesn't do well? One day I will understand things. Also, an unrelated note, but somewhat related note. Okay? If I search on YouTube, okay, if I search UE5 PCG, right? What happened to my... Why is my transition broken again? Do I... Why are things broken? Hold on. You... Why is this set to fade? Wait. I just want to... Well, now it's extra broken. Now it's... Oh... Anyway, whatever, I'll deal with that after. Why is it when I search UE5 PCG, not my playlist, not mine, one of my videos. Before one of my videos, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 playlists before a single one of my videos, which isn't even a playlist one. Where's my playlist? Where's my PCG playlist? Hey, look, there was one video. All of these. Oh, there's one more of my videos. YouTube doesn't like me. That's the only thing I can guess. Is YouTube just doesn't like me. So there's another one. That's the third one. Like, why? What am I doing wrong? YouTube overrated? You're on YouTube watching me. You're on YouTube. You can say YouTube's overrated, but you're using the overrated thing to watch me. Anyway, I noticed that over the weekend. I was like, oh, I wonder how like the SEO is for my stuff. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. As I found out. And I don't know what to do about that one. But yeah, I fixed up some stuff over the weekend. Oh, it's still loading things. Okay. Okay. I got scared there because none of the icons were showing up. We're fine. Yeah, just takes a moment for it to load things. Okay. We're fine now. We're fine now. Had some issues with some stuff of like health bars not showing up and whatnot, but all that is fixed, resolved, all is good. And today, we're gonna see that this will unload. Hey, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Party! Party! Yeah, stop it and restart it. What I want to do is make some tools basically to create this environment for myself more easily. So it won't place everything, but I need a few tools to help me design more of these environments, because I don't want to be placing all of this block by block, because dear God. This time around, you can stick around a bit longer, since last Saturday was the time change where you are. Oh yeah, there's a time change coming up. Is that this Sunday for me? When is it? November 2nd. Yeah. Well, enjoy it until November 2nd. Because next Sunday is when I have my time change. And then it'll be the same basically as it was before. So... but yeah, as I was saying, let's go and open up the environment. Not this. I mean the wrong thing. That's fine. This, right? So we need to figure out how to spawn, right, these blocks and you know, make it nice and pretty, all that good stuff. Make it randomized. And so luckily they're all in 90-degree increments, but still I need a way of like spawning an area, specifying where I want like a path to go, or I want grass and whatever else, have it automatically be rotated, you know, things like that. So I'm thinking we make all that good stuff. I'll probably put it inside of itself here. We'll just say level design tools. You already live in the future timeline, you can't have everything? I mean, yeah, I do live in the past. That is true. Relatively speaking, I live in the past. It's a sad, sad life, I know. Okay, let's make some graphs. PCG. Let's say sky grid. Okay, do I want to make this? How do I want to make this? I could do with spline. Spline's probably better. We'll start with the floor. I'll start with the floor. And go from there. Spline. Okay, let's do this. What? Let me select spline points. All linear. Beautiful, beautiful. PCG. I want this as a button that I can just set this up, or just add a spline and PCG graph as like a prefab for all my tutorials. And I want PCG to be enabled by default for all my tutorials. When I say for all my tutorials, I mean for everyone, so I can stop doing it in my tutorials. That'd be nice. Okay, let's go with this as our test. That'll be fine. I want to see, what is the size of these? 106 by 104. 200 by 2. So they're about 100 by 100. Yeah, 100 by 102. Yeah. So we could say 100 grid. And then we do a static mesh spawner. Well, actually, let's do immediately a add attribute. Yeah, because we'll want to set it up to have different ones automatically. And then I can do set attributes after. Do I? Or just static? I'm not gonna need to change it. And I'll just put it into the static. Nah, it's better this way. I need a constant. Actually, let's make a parameter. Screw it. Static mesh. So like a default blueprint profile that is always active for the stuff you do would be really nice. Yeah. Plus, it would be a PCG and a hitbox to volume for you. You could make one and then just select it every time. Yeah, I could, but I couldn't do it like for tutorials, and that's really the thing. Like the day when I can just not need to go and enable PCG as a default, like every time I do a tutorial, would be so nice. Just skip that. I don't. Everyone knows how to do that, but I should be doing it every video because every video should be a standalone video. And if it is your first PCG video, it should be, you know, mentioned. Unless I specify this is like one that assumes certain stuff. But then I'm like, okay, then I specify that. And then I tell you to enable. Don't tell you how to enable it. But yeah. Yeah. Trying to think, what is the best way of doing this one? Oops. So I have this. I guess what I'll do is do a filter, and then I'll do a match and set attributes. The only thing is, the name I get is grass meshes. Hey, Blue Sneaker, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Cause you can't specify the name of this. Oh yeah, I can do it here. Can I do add attribute? Add attribute takes an input. You know what? No variable. We're just gonna put it here. We're just gonna put it here. All right. Look, we got our floor. It's beautiful. Strike's over? Congratulations. Did you get what you wanted? Are you plans for the next one? Like next video? Oh no. Can you imagine it's hard to come up with new ideas since basically at one point everything has been touched. I've been struggling for a while. I've been struggling with ideas for a while, so yes. Yes, indeed. It is difficult. I need a... attribute noise. Let's go with density. Output is rotation between 0 and 3. Clamp result. Oh, it picks one, but it's still outputs. Interesting. And then we do a set attribute. Oh, first we need to do a multiply. Round and multiply by 90. And then set this. Hey, Skronak, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. You have a list of good ideas you wrote down. Do those. The ideas, one, take time. The ones I wrote down. Two, they weren't great. They weren't like exciting ideas. They're like, I wrote them down because I got nothing. But they weren't like amazing ideas for videos. And the one I just did wasn't a video idea from there. For example. So that's good. So now we have a random here. What I also want to do is offset them slightly. So let's also do a transform points. Let's do, I don't want to offset them too much. All right, just a little bit of variation here. It might be a little, that might be a little too much. Probably shouldn't do side to side. You like the last two Sunday videos a lot? I'm glad. I like them a bit too. And hopefully others did. They're definitely not, like, numbers wise, they didn't do amazingly, but hello, Gagato. How's it going? Pretty well. Why did everyone's name change on YouTube? Why is that saying Gagato for you? YouTube, what are you doing? I have questions. So that's better. I think that's better. Because now we see a little bit of variation of, they almost work like rocks. Okay, well, let's go with that. That's grass. Title makes you think of the RPG Maker a bit, and now you kind of feel like it'd be nice if you just could paint it like any other tiling map generator, but then we would have the thing of auto tiles and such to consider, and then it gets a bit mathy. I mean, there's a lot of issues with you know, stuff like that. But yeah, it'd be great to just be like, oh yeah, let me just paint it, and then it'll just swap the meshes, like in 3D Space Paint. But yeah, can't really do 3D, you know, 3D Space painting like that, unfortunately. Why don't you do a video targeting solo devs? Aim at what pain points you could fix using PCG with examples, easy wins, optimizations. Do you have any ideas of what things I could fix with PCG? I don't have any ideas. I've done lots of my videos are for game devs, but like all my videos that have instanced actors are all for game devs. Like a lot of my stuff is for game devs, but yeah. And most of the time, I don't do runtime PCG very much. I do an editor PCG, which is effectively free in terms of performance. You don't need to optimize that. It doesn't matter how long it takes to generate, because once it's generated, you're not regenerating it. Hey Sam, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Can you randomly spawn previously created corridors and corners of PCG? I mean, yeah, sure. You can spawn whatever you want. PCG is just a spawn. Is just a point scatter. What you put on the points is whatever. Yeah, put corridors, put towers, put dancing, you know, chimpanzees that are throwing poop at people. Yeah, whatever you'd like, you can. Now, how do I... What's the best way of doing a cutout of a path? By tag, maybe? Hey, Leah, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Making all the attributes aggregate is so odd to do. What is aggregate? Can you just translate that for me? Ooh. Wrong thing. I meant to do grass here.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Oh, right, because if I do both of them, then just here, I would need to change this to something else. Probably want to do that through an enum. Group together, combine? I mean, isn't that just a struct? Making variables put together, isn't that just a struct? Use pathfinding? No, I want to control it. Pathfinding, I don't have control over how it gets there. If I want a path from here to here, I want to control where it goes myself. A tutorial for your problem? I mean, you just spawn, you just use a static mesh spawner and you spawn the thing. I mean, you can watch pretty much almost any PCG tutorial. It's just create whatever condition you want for your wherever you want your points to spawn, and you just static mesh spawner and plug in your corridor or whatever you'd like, spawn there. I might be missing something, but I'm trying to think of what's the best way of doing this, because I don't want to. Maybe the I think the component tag is not a good idea. I think that's not a good idea. I think what I probably want to do is change is probably here's what we could do. Here's what we can do. Get spline data. All world actors by class. Select multiple. Spline sampler. Bounds modifier. Let's not bounds modifier that much. Yeah, that's fine. So we can do this. All right, so now we have you, which can intersect. I could make it a little taller. Well, it needs to only go down, so I guess I don't need to have it go. Yeah, I can just do this. So it just goes down. That's basically what I'm doing, right? Spline points. Static my spawner. And then we just do a difference. We cut this out. All right. And then we do a difference on the difference. Which gets us all the points that were cut out. Plus an extra one for some reason. Let's change these to binary. Or because it'll be a little harder to make it nice. Yeah, let's keep it a minimum. And then I can do another difference at the end. So just duplicate all this, plug this through. This is not grass. This is path. Difference. Excuse me? Excuse me? There we go. What are the chances of the exact same piece here rotated the same way? Something's wrong. The rotation ain't working. Why is it not working? Oh, because I never set up the rotation. That's why it looks like it's repeating exactly the same. And now what's wrong with you? One sec. Oh. So you guys are typing. I'm gonna get to you in a second. There we go. There we go. Now it's properly rotating, and now this looks better as well. Oh, that's what was the problem. Stupid me. Hey, Sermon. Hello. Duty, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. You have no PC, just a TV and your phone. I mean, some might call a phone a computer, and it's personal. So, power supply or motherboard went out. Had it since 2010, so it's okay. I mean, it's lasted quite a while, I will say. Right, that's pretty good in terms of longevity. This is not grabbing it because here we're having that on. There we go. All right, so now we can do something like this. We can just draw out a path however we'd like. If we want an area to be thicker or thinner, we can. All right, so we have a nice path. That looks good. Let's, where do I want to save this? Sky grid, level design tools. Save it here. Imagine one day you run and manage Unreal Engine on your phone. I mean, you could run Unreal Engine on your phone. It just won't be the editor. There are games made in Unreal Engine mobile. You just give it a new leg and it continue for 20 more years. I mean, if you are tight on money, I get, yeah. I know you did. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. Okay, so next up, what I want to do is, on the grass patches, I want to give an option of some of them being dirt. STG. If you have to hard code every value change. Should taste grass. Should touch grass. You should touch grad. You swear to God. Swear to God, are you sure it's not should touch grass? Probably should touch grass too, though. Well, how would you do hard code any values changes? Isn't that the whole point of math, to do all the calculations for you? Games like Wuthering Waves are good examples that games made with Unreal Engine do run on the phone. Yeah, there you go. Should taste gumbo. I've had gumbo. I lived in Louisiana for about a year and a half total of my life. I think a little less than a year and a half, but somewhere between a year and a half of my life. And I will never go back, and that place can burn in hell. That was my final thoughts as I was quickly leaving it the last time I was there. Yeah. Dirt ratio. Actually, I want, instead of this, I want to do, not select points. What's it called? What's it called? I always forget there's one that gives inputs and what's inside and select points? No, that's the one I literally just did. Random choice? Ah, random choice. And you just do it not in fixed mode, and you do it in a ratio. There you go. And you have a chosen and not chosen. It's just a better select points. Yeah. And there you have a setup, everything fairly correctly, but it's not working. You might need to move it to somewhere else. Are you talking about into like C++ land and move it to somewhere else? You've been breaking this new Pokemon game? From what I've seen, it's already pretty broken. It doesn't take you floating buildings, PS1 generation graphics. Man, it's... So good. There we go. So now we can get random patches of dirt. And if we want to have more, we can just go here and then tell it to be more. Or none. Ta-da! Wonder if you can influence terrain foliage spawning with PCG? I mean, you could just spawn terrain foliage with PCG, so I'm not sure what you mean by influence it. You're not the biggest fan of pushing grass down on collision? I don't quite follow. Spawns a flower field in a specific pattern rather than the regular filling of spawn by... I mean, yeah, that's what PCG is. Yeah, just use PCG. I think I'm missing something. I'm probably missing something. Oh. Yep, has no collisions. Let's set up collisions. Default collision. Okay. Default collision is not what I thought it was. Okay. Block all. Block all dynamic. There we go. Oh. Is it too much of a height difference there? Oh, it is. Okay. Let's try 10. What? 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 Why am I falling through? Is it only on the dirt? Hold on. Is it only on the dirt? No. Why? You have to make a separate object for to set each of them per attribute. That sounds painful. The original mesh is mentioned in the collisions, you think? I mean, let's try it. Let's test it. It could. What I should do, though, is clean up the collisions in all these. Remove collisions, add a just simple box collision, and then center can be at oh, no, okay, not there. Center would be at 0, 0, 25. Oh, because it's half height. And then 100, 150. Now the question is, can I copy and paste collisions? Probably not. Oh my god, I can. Haha. Simple as complex. No, I don't know. You don't want to do simple as complex. No. No. Oh, this one has a relatively decent collision box compared to the other ones. Still gonna change it, but like, why is this as detailed as it is? It doesn't need to be. Okay. Let's see if that helps. Excuse me? Yeah, Leo, otherwise I wouldn't be able to land on it at all. Right, if it didn't have it enabled at all, then no part of it would I be able to land on. Right, I'm on grass, I'm on grass, I'm on grass. I fall through grass. But why? Okay, what if I just set them all to block all? Shits and giggles? No. I like stop and I just start falling. Is it specific tiles or is it random? Okay, it's like the fourth one. It is specific tiles, but why? Oh, hold on. Is it something stupid? Am I gonna be like, oh, is this like Minecraft? Is this gonna be a stupid thing like Minecraft? Yeah, I'm saying Minecraft, I know. No, it's not. I thought maybe it's because like I somehow inside the collision box. Can you shift cam to the bottom left so you can see? Sure. Not really doing anything in the top right though. Yeah, I tried to. I don't see it. I don't see the collision at all. For some reason, it doesn't show the collisions on these. Which is odd. Oh, you know what it is? Is it because it's on... No. That should be static. It should be irrelevant, but that should be static. What is use default collision? Well, my character is bigger than... You see, I'm like walking down. As I walk, it's like I move down in some areas. Well, by default, it's block. Like if I go to here on the floor and search for collision, it's block all dynamic as default. It's usually not doing block all because you don't need to block all. I've tried block all as well though. That has no effect. Oh, right. I'm an idiot. You have to do it per index. God damn it. That's why. You have to do it per index. I forget that you have to do it per index. That's what I keep saying. Like, I don't know why people think I'm good at PCG. Or just good at anything. Move this back to 20. It is always something small, like a checkbox. Yeah. Hey, look, it's all fine now. Now, what I want to do is have an option for an outline. Automatic outline. Even DaVinci fucks up strokes. I mean, does he though? Does he? Surprised you didn't use PCG by default for this game for generating terrain. I have no idea how to create a generator, a dungeon generator that is even like a fraction of the power of dungeon generator. I can't do even a fraction of that with PCG. Creating a dungeon with PCG with pre-made rooms at the current moment, I think is still not there yet. And still, every time people ask me how to do that with PCG, I tell them don't do it with PCG, do it with blueprints. You can populate the rooms inside of the setup with PCG, but I wouldn't generate the rooms with PCG. It's just it's too complicated. It's too complex, and you don't have any information about things inside of the blueprints, and yeah, it's a whole thing. So what I want to do is, if we open up, let's say this one. Do I want to actually? I want the option. I want the option. I was gonna say I want the option to do an outline of like a thicker bricks, but I just realized no, I don't. Because like there's an outline. You know what? I want an outline some places of thicker bricks. So I want that to be an option, where it will spawn these guys randomly as an outline.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
My eyes. I think I can grab it here. Automatic outline said random custom death in your post process. Wait, what? What? What are you talking about? That's not the outlining I'm talking about, Blue Sneaker. I'm putting a border on the PCG graph, not a material outline or like that kind of outline. It's okay. You're probably not looking at the screen, you're just listening. I forgive you. You don't need a distance zone. You just need to do the same thing I do on all of this, which is this, and then we want to do a grab you. Otter stones, I guess. Sure. Out of everything, PCG, loops are still very confusing to you. Loops themselves are relatively straightforward, but they are definitely more complicated than they need to be, I think. In terms of like the grand scheme of PCG, I mean they're relatively straightforward. I don't mean they're actually straightforward. You're pressing in some data in a loop, but then it does. When does it stop? When it gets through everything. You have to tell it how many times to loop by putting in the data. For every piece of data, it will do the thing that you tell it, like on the loop thing. So if you pipe in 5 data into the loop node, then it will go through them 5 times. If you pass it 10, it'll do it 10 times, etc. Now, once you start doing feedback loops, that I still haven't grasped my head around. Like, I made a tutorial on feedback loops, and that still boggles my mind. Let's pretend like this looks fine right now. Just don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. I'm just... Okay, I need to not grab the 2M ones. The 2M ones are special. And we'll adjust those later. Okay. All I was doing is plugging in the static meshes. It was half, right? So it's 50. All right, so we got that, and now we got a nice outline. Now I might want to do an offset on this outline. So let's do a new variable. See, I can't be here. This is still the best place for me. Potentially, maybe here. There's no like amazing spot for me. Everywhere there's something. Everywhere there's something. I can't be down here because that's where the variables are. Dead center. Hold on. Where is it? Perfect. Okay, so what we're going to need to do is just change this to be the raise border. We're also going to need this to be default 0, and then we need another one that's just going to be a boolean of a type border. Now you can see everything perfect. All the beautiful detail. I wish I could just not even get this information if this wasn't on, but I guess I can just do this. So nothing, and then we go in here, PCG, parameter overrides, enable border, bam. I wanted to say beautiful, but for some reason I started saying like music to my ears, which is not correct in this context. Yeah, green screen and build your PCG graphs around silhouette. I bought a green screen at one point when I lived in LA. And the thing I realized really quickly about that green screen was it was tiny. Like, ideally you wanted the green screen a bit distance away from you. So that way you don't get green spill as much. If it's far away, it's easier that way. It's also easier to light because you can actually light the green screen instead of lighting yourself and having a cast shadow on the green screen. But the point is, it was so narrow, although it was fine if you were just standing right up against it. But as soon as you put it in the distance, it became like such a small part of the screen that I'm like, wasn't great. Wasn't great. Unfortunately. You had a probably stupid little idea. To centrist a landscape a bit more, you thought about spawning stones over the entire landscape with PCG where the angle is steep enough to be called a cliff. That probably will be that much that it crashes the engine. Well, that's why you should watch my world partition, my hierarchical generation partitioning videos on PCG. Because you should not be doing that on a landscape where everything's loaded at once. But you should be able to do that very easily if you just use partitioning with PCG. And I got videos on that. Am I the only one that would like vector to be 3 type by default, not 2? Like, never do I grab a vector and I want a vector 2. Like, maybe once in a blue moon, but I wouldn't call that a vector, personally, but sure, that's a vector. Yeah, sure. But I want vector to be selected as default, not vector 2. I'm just saying. The pixelated cam is actually put through a mask with BCG to generate close enough image with assets. If I could somehow connect OBS to Unreal, if that was a thing, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that would be pretty fun. If I could just press buttons on like and have things affect OBS can be connected just entirely inside of Unreal, it would be cool. I'm not gonna, no two ways about that. What I want to do here is I want to change this to absolute offset. And then I want to... Actually, no, I don't need to do absolute offset. What I can do here is this needs to be set rotation in all 3 axes. And this needs to, instead of using density, needs to use color. That's fine. Vector 4? It's freaking Quaternion. Okay. Can you use make rotation from axes? Break vector. Oh, geez. Okay. What? Why does color have 4? Why does color have 4? Position. Okay. That's fine. Let's do, can I just specify? Oh, you know what I need to do? To attribute. Okay. Why does this give me 1 value? Oh, that's... What? This has 3. Okay, what if I just do a debug here? Okay. Okay, so it does have different values. W should have nothing. W has nothing. Okay. What? How are we... Okay, all of these values are 90, right? They're 90, they're multiples of 90, all of them. How do we get this nonsense? Oh, hold on. Make, it's because I used axes. From Euler angles? No. No, that is the one I want. It is Euler angles. Right, that's the one I want. Any conversions? Ah, there we go. Jesus Christ. Excuse me. Is the pivots on these not in the center? They consistently? Oh no, it's because this now needs to be absolute offset, and this also needs to be absolute offset. That's why. Okay, we're fine, we're fine. Guys, we're fine. Look at that, we're fine. This doesn't have escalation's good because I duplicated it. Or not. Oh no, it doesn't because okay, I guess it can't. Because it's one at a time, and now I have to do it all for every single one of them. Oh, and then it opens the ones previously because, oh, it just should be in the foot. Well, don't you just get it over with? Why does it do that? Why does it do that? There's some chaotic outline might be nice for a level with manipulated gravity. I mean, maybe. Maybe. I think I need variation in height for these, though. There's a race border, men. And let's... There's no duplicate, is there? Nope. Is where control right click on one and control left click on the others comes in? Well, that's copy paste. But I wanted to just duplicate it to get the name automatically put in there. Because that just copies the value. Oh, I'm thinking of shift right click, shift left click. What is control right click doesn't do anything. Copy the values of collision settings? Oh, yeah, that's shift. Shift right click, shift left click to copy paste those. If you don't want to use the drop down, which I did. Yeah. I used the drop down. I know, I'm the worst. So now we can do 50 to 80. And now we can do a little bit of more interesting something here. Okay, so now this is working. They're all randomized in terms of the rotation, which is great. One thing I realized is I could flip these, the dirt ones and the stone ones technically upside down. There's nothing stopping me from having the bottom side of these. I'm pretty sure. So let's actually make that as an option. So for both the dirt and the main path. So let's do, we'll need to do basically this. Attribute noise, copy, paste. What I could do, because I'm going to use this a lot, is collapse this to a subgraph. Collapse into subgraph. Thank you for maintaining the folder I was already in. You're so nice, Unreal. PCG subgraph PCGS, I guess. Rotate 90-degree increments. Okay, so here we need to have normal. This out is fine. Points. Normal. And in. This is required. Because I don't know at what point a node input is not required. I've never had a time where I didn't want an input be required. Personally. Maybe that's the thing. But we also need an attribute here. We want an attribute set. This is the actually I don't need an attribute. I just need this. It just rotates randomly 90 degrees and outputs to yaw. But I might need to do multiple axes. God damn it. See, I always want more control. God damn it, I always want more control. And here, I don't want 90, I want 180. It's never good enough. No way. You're not good enough. It's never good enough. Because this time it needs to be 180. This needs to be 0 to 1. And then I need to set, in this case, scale dot z. Oh, no, this is for rotation. Set it for, I guess instead of set, I can do add attribute better for rotation dot pitch. So theoretically, some of these should be now flipped 180 entirely. Oh. Okay, the dirt one. Okay, the dirt ones are not. The pivot point is not where I thought it would be. It's on the center of the object. Never mind. It doesn't look good there anyway. They called you a control freak just because you PCG graphed their home. That's not a control freak. A control freak, you know, would not let them PCG graph their home. Okay, so now this needs to work together. A couple of things. First of all, I need to turn on snapping of 100-point increments. Second of all, we need to figure out how to cut each other out. Do we need to figure out how to cut each other out? I don't think we actually do. Because the whole point of this is I'm using a spline. Hey, Swashbuckling Fox, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. You don't plan on using PCG for the dungeons? What's the objective of this? To generate the levels inside the dungeons. I want to generate the levels, but I'm not generating the dungeons. That makes sense. Using it for the dungeon to some degree, yes. So what I'm doing is so here, I will show. I'll probably need to use volumes maybe for this. Basically, right, we have this nice environment that was created from the template, modifying it, and then I scaled it up double because it was too small. But setting this up yourself, let's do this. Making this yourself in terms of placing everything, where everything is a freaking single cube, while looks awesome, and I think this is the aesthetic I kind of want to go with, is a pain in the butt. And I don't want to do that manually. So if I want to make more rooms that use this, then
here, pausing for ads.
Then yeah, I'm making some tools to do that. And I could double up as making a tutorial on how I would go about doing something like this. That's not a pain in the butt. That's a hell no. I ain't placing that manually. Exactly. So that is why. That's why I'm making tools. I love the flashbang when you go back to lit mode. That's so wonderful. Thank you. I might do... There's a few like extra things I'm going to be adding probably down the line to this, but I think for now the base like pathing is fine. But I need to make sure I have a way of making holes in this wall. I do props on top of them. Some, yes. If I want like a rubble pile, I'll set up a random rubble pile or something, but I won't like columns, things of that nature. I'm not gonna automate. I'll have a tool that places a random one, but I'm not gonna make it so that it places them for me. Hey, Falcon, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. So let's make a one for cutting out the wall. So in case we want to have the wall, but we just want to remove it from like areas. So let's do, here's a blueprint class actor. Sky grid, wall remover. Fantastic names, I know. Use a little box collision. With the actual collision all turned off. Get actor data. I've started writing get all actors of class, which is not the right thing. We're in PCG land. Okay, so now what we can do is take this, throw it over here, and cut out whatever you want. Whee! Look at that. I can make it. So there's a gap there. Woo! Fancy. Why separate blueprint? Why not just go with intersection with a sibling? Because sometimes I'm just going to want to not have a clip, have this in certain areas and not in others. It's not like I'm not necessarily want to connect to another area, and there's no reason for me to even design the intersection because it's a spline. If I want to have it continue to this side, then I would have it continue to that side. I have no reason to have a connection because it's a spline. If I want that shape, I make that shape. Right. But I might want to have, like, on this side, there's a cliff. And so I'm going to want it to be able to jump down here. Or I just want it to, like, not have a wall here because that's from the side that I'm looking at. You know, like, when you design, you don't want to have an equal wall everywhere. That's why there's an option to just turn off the wall entirely if I don't want it, for example, right? And change the, like, I could change this. I'm actually going to change the default probably on the wall to 50 to 80 because I just like how that looks. Yeah, this is entirely so I have control over where do I want to see the wall, where I do not want to see the wall, and not so much for intersections. Okay, it's the same thing with this path. Okay, so I can control if a path goes somewhere or doesn't. Let me grab. Right, so we can go here now. Okay, so like that. But if I don't want to have the path here, right, then I don't have to have the path there. So you never plan on having one area leading to another? Like two splines but different terrain setups? Well, I could have that, and now I can have it connect if I wanted to. Right? The whole point of this is I can still use that to connect to another one. If I had a different setup and I wanted to connect to it here, I can. Or I don't have to have something connected to it there. I could just have it end. I have the option. Right. So now we can have, for example, this, where there's no wall here. And but this is two separate pieces, two separate setups. 11.1 GPT gives you like 10 different programming languages when you're asking for C++ and specify explicitly. Oh, I'm feeling a bit drunk. Oh, I've been drinking too much. Oh. Sorry guys, too much vodka. What would be cool is overlapping areas would bleed into each other. That'd be too much of a pain setup. I'm gonna set up something that will be a noise down the line. It's another thing I'm gonna be adding, where I want it to be like I pick random blocks, and that will be like the gradient or transition sections. But we'll do that after. But we have this already, which is good. For this, I think that's the main thing I want here. Let's actually do that transition section. Actually, no. Before we do that, I want to get the just the stone area set up. Basically, I want this, but just set up with stone. Because if we take a look at this, there are areas where there's just stone. Right. So I want to basically, instead of this grass sections, right, with paths and all that, I want to set it up where I have just a stone walkway, which will be considerably easier. Let's be honest here. Now, I don't want to use a separate PCG graph because it's all going to be for the floor, because it's all floor. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to need a path. I'm not going to need grass slash. So what we're going to do is add a new Boolean. And there's going to be just a stone floor. You had a feeling you probably make a series where you make vistas using PCG or specific looks and make tools that work with it? Medieval village or underwater vista or something? The problem is a while back, right, decided to put project files on Patreon. And the problem with that is I cannot put paid content, like Unreal content, just behind Patreon's paywall. It has to be free stuff. And so my access to assets that I could use for something like that is just, it's not there. I would love to use like all my assets, but then I would need to stop doing, project files like that. It could be like, maybe I just reduce the amount of them, and then I can do like that specific series just won't be. But yeah, it's something I've been thinking about and trying to figure out like what's the best way of of doing things. But it's an annoying problem. Okay, good. Hey, Pseudo Kid. Welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. It's going to be the stone one. Stone one's going to need rotation in all axes. So it's actually going to use this one. That looks pretty cool. And now I want to actually have this be reversed where it's the stone. And I could maybe put a grass path in here. You know what? Instead of this, I might just make an override. Where it will just replace whatever it is with stone in my actual setup, in my main pet setup. I think that's going to be better. Haven't been able to work in your game for like a week? Oh, I'm starting to hear that. Let's do, okay, we're not gonna do this, right? Bring this back. And instead, we create a new blueprint here. This is going to be of type stone. This is all broken, I see. So let's do clean up, generate. It's all broken because I still have this. It's not broken. It's not actually broken. It's this. There we go. Back to where we were. Let's do, so we want to replace everything, potentially. So what we want to do is, do the same thing we did here, but this time around it's the stone one. Cut it all out. So let's just double check. Let's put the stone one in. Huh. Now, why is it doing... Why is it doing the road already? Because it's cutting it out. Oh, and then it's cutting out the cutting out here. So really what I want to do is cut it out separately before. Aha! I have a hole. Yeah, Leo didn't want to keep working on his system. He was like, oh, gas hasn't built in. He's going to switch to gas. He switched to the dark side. He's now in C++ land. Proud of my hole? Thank you. I'm glad you like my hole. Here, I'll spread my hole bigger. There we go. Now I have a bigger hole. We're children. Phrasing? Yeah, I know. That's why I did it, Leo. Do you think that was not intentional? This is not a channel for children. And look, and either way, either you don't understand it, in which case you're fine, or you already understand it, in which case it's not doing any damage because you already understand it. I'm just like telling you something that you don't know and teaching you something bad. You already don't know it, or you do know it. It's fine. Look at all the things that can fit in your hole. Well, we're gonna shift some stone in there. So let's do. Let's do. So all I need here is to reverse it, right? So. Yes. But I need a bounds modifier in between. Even less? Oh, it's because I need to have both of these. Uh-huh. Ha ha ha! Look at that! I filled the hole with stone. Jokes and movies, a Despicable Me, Bank of Evil, former the Lemon Brothers. No kid will understand it, but their parents will get a good laugh. I don't understand it. I'm still a kid. I'm not a parent, I guess, which is true and accurate, thankfully. Sounds kinky phrased like that. Oh my. Okay, so now we have a way of adding in the stone sections. So good, right? Good. Stone section here. Right, here's my lovely stone section. Okay. What else do we need? Well, we need stairs. Right? Stairs are kind of important. We should probably add some stairs. Tiny bit important. Rock hard hole filling right there. Lehman Brothers was a bank that went bankrupt in 2008 and caused a financial collapse with that. Oh. I graduated high school in 2008. I wasn't really knowledgeable in the whole bank space back then. That's when I started college. Elevators everywhere. We have to think of the ones that can't walk. Oh no, we have a way of dealing with the ones that can't walk. Yeah. Don't worry. Is it a shotgun? Pseudo Kid knows. He knows. Let me, because I don't like this. Let me just do a name reroute down here. Main path area. And then this is the same, coming from the same place. So I can just do this. And clean this up a little bit. So we don't have as much spaghetti. There you go. Better. Okay. Shall we do stairs? Embrace the spaghetti? No. No. You've also a truck at high speeds. No, shotgun will do the trick. Unless they run. Then a truck, yeah. Perfect game where you isekai people sounds like a lot of fun. Oh my god. That used to be a thing. Okay, so I want to make a anime where instead of you being isekai, you isekai other people. except you just really what you're doing is just killing them, and you're like the Undertaker, and you're this dark, gritty like setup, but you truly believe that you're setting them to like a better, like a different world or something, and not actually killing them, and despite everyone telling you that you're killing them, you know, he believes that no, he's doing the right thing, which is how, you know, how you have a good villain. But in this case, will be the protagonist. I get behind this. I can't believe I can't be isekai, but the goddess made it so I can isekai. Dude, the titles for some of these anime are insane. What happened to anime titles? That's like tangent, but what happened to anime titles? Let's create some stairs. Let's set up. Let's make a new floor. You're still writing the story for Truckun? Well, how did that? I don't even know how that started. At some point, I found out about that one. I forget how. I think it was through Trash Taste, but I don't know how that became a thing. He's a magical girl transformation scene. Oh my god, you just remind me of the anime where the girls turn into like robots.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
I haven't seen it, but I've seen clips. It's because Truckun is the most popular way to isekai people. I mean, that is true. ReZero was that. I think a few others as well. Yeah, you know what you're talking about. Oh, I'm getting something prepared. After the ads. Let's see. This one seems like would work as well. This one as well. Okay. Ads are over. So in terms of ridiculous titles, you're just I just went on Crunchyroll. I just picked ones with really long names. I left my A-rank party to help my former students reach the dungeon depths. That's a title. No, that's a plot summary. That's not a title. That's a plot summary. Just. I mean, look at this one's a little bit. This one's a little bit shorter, but still, World Conquest starts with a civilization of ruin. Oh, no, just Apocalypse Bringer Minogra. Just leave it at that. Don't put the rest of that in the title. Even given the worthless appraiser class, I'm actually the strongest. Like, again, these are summaries of just like, what is the story about? It's not a title. I was reincarnated as the 7th prince so I can take my time perfecting my magical ability. Again, plot summary. The Japanese titles are most of the time shorter. Yeah. The world's finest assassin gets reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat. Yeah, like the 100 girlfriends who really, 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 really love you. What is that? What are these titles? I've watched none of those, by the way. You know what I actually watch? Guess what I actually watch? One word. Perfect. It's a title. One word, maybe two. Like 3 max, or like if you're using like connectors. What? Anyway, let's make some stairs. What's the best way of making stairs? You've seen most of them? Yeah, people do some weird stuff in localization, that's for sure. That's why I'm learning Japanese to hopefully not need it one day. Backstabbed in a backwater dungeon, my trusted companions tried to kill me, but thanks to the gift of an unlimited gacha, I got level 9,999 friends, and I'm out for revenge on your former party, on my former party members and the world. Like, again, that is not a title. That is a plot summary. Like, the fact that it didn't fit in the chat thing, in the horizontal chat thing, the title, the full sentence there, should be proof that it's too long. Short, sweet, and to the point. I don't understand. Well, like, who thinks that's a good idea? Does it work? I'd love to know. It has to work, I guess, right? Comes from the light novel community. Your favorites all have short names: Spice and Wolf, Free Ren, Apothecary Diaries, Hellgirl. Okay, and one of the longer title, Higurashi no Naku Koroni. Yeah, I don't know what that translates to. But that's that's a longer title because Japanese. I would assume it's shorter in English. The title needs a certain word count to catch some people's attention, then put the entire script in the title. I watched none of them except Free Ren, and I watched only 3 episodes. So yeah. Number of iteration cannot be. Oh, okay. Okay, we'll just do a branch then. If this is equal to 0 or equal to 1, or yeah, equal to 1. Then we're gonna skip it. When the cicadas cry translates to... It's a horror anime? Oh, that's why I don't know it. I say that like I know all the anime. May I ask for one final thing? That's the name? That is not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. The other 2 are special, so it's only these 3. Collision! Let's not forget to say collision! Can I can't do this. Oh no, god damn it. I hate that you cannot... Like, I understand why, but I don't like it. Okay, so now we can do this, and then on here we can go and say, I want it to be 4 wide. And this needs to be in direction here. In relative space. Uh-huh. I guess this direction doesn't matter. Excuse me? Oh, there we go. I was like, excuse me? Okay, so we got the starting of stairs, okay? Yeah, have a good night. Thanks, Tom. Bye. 5 a.m. Jeez, yeah. 5 a.m. is way too late. Okay, so now we need to do stairs up. So what we need to do is, do I need a loop? Yeah, I do. We need a loop. Loop point acquired. Point normal. Okay. So we need a duplicate point. Well, now hold on. We don't need duplicate point. I don't think we need a loop actually. Now that I think about it, I don't think we need a loop. Because we just need another duplicate point. And another variable. Can't even paste the type. This is going to be height. And this is again going to only happen if height is, I mean, almost always will be greater than 1. If it's not, then we just spawn it. Otherwise, we duplicate and we output up. Ooh, these are half size. Okay, so we just do this and then that. Jeez, that scared me. It was quiet. It spooked me. Okay. Now, is it random? It is random, even within all of these. Okay, so we have this. The only thing that I think I want to change about this is I want to not select the stairs, select this. I want to have a block, I think, underneath each one of these. So from here, I need to do a filter just attribute filter, I think. And I want to select the integers greater than the width. Ooh. That's not what I was expecting. That is not what I was expecting. Because I was thinking that it would duplicate them all, but I guess it does one row at a time, or 1 point at a time in these. Okay. Okay, what if I then filtered by position dot z and checked it against, you know, itself. Aha! So now we can filter out the first row. Your nerve painkillers are starting to kick in. The music is hard to listen to, so you'll catch. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. I'm not sure, but get better. So get. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so now that we have this, we can go ahead and do a. Do I want to spawn? I don't want to spawn. This might be too much. Right? I think it's good. You know what? Let's do something else. Let's do an add. Add 50 to position.z. And then use that, because then we can use these, which is correct, and then subtract, not subtract, transfer points. Right, so we can get stones under all of these. I really do need to do it on the middle ones, but depending on the angle, it would still be good to have. And on the first ones, though, which is these, I'm not going to spawn those. I'm going to spawn the floor, which is basically a half height. Oh, that's the grass. Yeah. The fact that we're doing this on both means instead we should do this once beforehand. Oh, but then we need right, but then the values break. Okay. It was easier with this. Okay. But now we have stairs. And you put stairs wherever you want, and we could specify forgot that here iterations I need to do a subtract 1. So otherwise it was 1 off. And then same thing with the duplicate here. So if we take a look now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Height is 5. Width is 2. Excuse me. Okay. Why didn't that auto-update? Oh, now it does. Okay. I had to do regenerate, and now it's realized that yes, we can do this. Okay, there we go. So we have stairs. So you can make short stairs, tall stairs, all kinds of stairs. Yay, stairs. Yeah. How's this work? Oh, looks great. The only thing about the stairs that I don't like is the fact that you can really tell that it is not very many of them. So what I need to do is also flip them or mirror them horizontally, so that gives them a few more variations. Health and safety requires railings. Does it though? Does it? I don't know about that. Oh. You know, I do want railings, but I don't think it'll be part of this. Because there will be scenarios where I do not want to have railings because it's making me against a cliff or something. Like if I put a cliff here, I don't want to have railings against the cliff. So, but I can use a volume to remove railings. Just like I can remove the... So I can have auto railings. Oh, auto railings would be good. Auto railings would be good. Talent safety for the win. Okay, hold on. Let me... Oh, let's do it. You. transfer points. Yeah, what if we randomize this a little bit? Just ever so slightly randomize the rotation. Okay, well maybe not. Maybe not on X. Or is it Y? No, yeah. Or you know what? Maybe not on these, but we just rotate it like left and right. So just a little bit of these. That's a little bit better. Okay, maybe a little bit of the other axes. Except X. So just Y. And then what if we just slightly scaled them randomly? That's better. I mean, there is stuff underneath it, so it's not like it's gonna go into the void. Give into the dark side, Luke. Join the force of certified health and safety. I mean, do I have to? This feels a lot better. That randomness breakup is doing so much. Speaking of, are these rotated at all? They're not. I'm gonna give them a little bit of rotation.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Yeah. These are the railings you're looking for. Go ahead, install them. What railings can I even do? Because the ones that I have aren't very good. I put this in, and which is just the floor that I stretched. Right? These are the ones that came with the setup. There are no railings for the ones that came in the actual template. I put these railings in. Wait, no. Actually, no, I didn't put these railings in. I think these were in. How do you do the... These will be a pain in the butt to do, though. Just like the roller coaster, it'll be a little different because the roller coaster uses a spline, which makes it easier. This is not using a spline. This just duplicates points. And then we have to work with a diagonal to calculate the distance and all that. And then how do you, and then you need to get the first and last stairs and get the rotate. Well, here's the thing. This is slightly This is bigger than 1, so I need to make it smaller. But if I made it like small enough where it's just the length of 1, I mean, I guess it wouldn't be too bad. I guess to do it for the length of 1 still wouldn't be too bad. I could probably put myself back here. It's probably more out of the way now. Okay, let's do... So, how do we want to do this? So, from my understanding now, if I did a attribute filter based on index of the height, I can get the leftmost, and then I can get the rightmost by doing a flip. Oh yeah, once I get the left one, that's really all I need. By doing it this way. So this gets me you. Then we do a transform points. And what? Okay. Didn't want to debug the transfer points. That's fine. Let's offset these. Negative 100. Yeah, the last generated stair to the next in the way it's always in line with the stair. Is it genuinely stair? It feels wrong to... I mean, yeah, it's a stair. Or stairs. This is a singular stair. But these are stairs. Multiple. What I could do is... create a spline from them. And then use a spline sampler. Number of samples. Do I want do I want 1 per? No, let's go by distance. If we did by distance, how you do 200? And then we can do a transform points again. And then a static mesh spawner. Yeah, we want the floor, the stony floor. Let's use you. Oh, not that stony floor. This stony floor. Okay, so now what we could do is rotate this. And then scale it up. Non-uniform. Move them up. You know, that surprisingly worked very well. But what happens when we have... Yeah, so when we have an even number, right, then we have this, which is we don't want. So what we need to do is now control the amount of points. So see, this is where it gets to be a little more tricky. Yeah, see, it's not too easy, Do you plan on doing curved stairs? No. No. What we can do to make it real... So, see, I don't want to put like a short one at the end. I'd want it to be... So what I want to do, I guess, is do number of samples. But the sample count needs to be the height divided by 2. And I want to take this needs to output float, and then I want to ceiling it. So it always takes the maximum. So here there's, but then it puts one at the end. So it really needs to be this plus 1. Because I don't care about the one at the very end. I'm going to ignore that. Mod length, and it needs to be a little more complicated than just mod length, because we can just scale it accordingly. So if the current height is 6, I want to put 3 here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then I want to attribute filter, index, get point count. Wait, what? Four. There are only 4. And this gets... Oh. It'd be good if I said it to be the right thing. Okay, so then we have this. Why are we getting all 4 spawning? I said index is less... Oh, because it starts at... Point count -1. Okay, so that's not going to spawn the first one. And then we need to offset... The problem is the pivot point on these. The problem is the pivot point. So if we did something like this, If I scaled them, this won't help. I need the points effectively further apart. Okay, let's do this differently. I'm gonna undo all of this to go back before we did the count. Back to distance, basically. Okay, so what we can do is... Okay, scale it from the center is the problem. And I'd want it to end, like, where it needs to. But I can't have a point there. I need to have a point shorter. Oh, you know what? Again, redo everything. In the create spline mesh or spline sampler, I have an end offset, which means I can offset the end here to be shorter. I don't think that helps. So now it's fine for even and not fine for odd. Wait, hold on, what? Right? It's actually too long. It's too long. Okay, so no, this is correct. I just need to adjust the length of it. And here I would need to offset it. So basically, if the number is odd, I need to offset it. But if the number is even, I can offset it either way, actually. Yeah. Okay. But then the scale. Okay. How do we determine the scale? We know how many there are, but that doesn't help me. It needs to be the number of floors. It needs to be the height. Divided by the amount of iterations? I might have that backwards. Scaling in X. No, I don't think I got. No, I think I got time check. I know it's almost on the stream, if that's what you're referring to. It's almost good. 6 is good. I think evens are almost good. No, it's not quite there. It's not quite there. My brain is not braining. It's late, but that's the idea. Is you need to figure out the math, which probably I just asked ChatGPT or I mean Grok. Tell your brain to set an alarm for 2 a.m. for an answer. I'd sleep through that so easily. I'd sleep through that so easily. You know, for now though, I can do a transform points node. I honestly, like, even this is fine. Like, I know it's not perfect, but like, okay, it's really bad on like 2. At 3, yeah, it's overlapping. It's not quite right. Not quite right. Yeah, only 2. I'll need to play around with it. Basically, I think all I need to do is, if it is even, I need to scale it up a little more. I think that's all I need to do. But to wrap it up, based on the width, multiply the width by 100. And then on this transform points, we'll just do one of these, offset it here. What just happened? Oh, right, because it is stupid like that. It might be X. No. Activate inline constant. But it was a Z. I had to offset it. Okay. Oh, because it's rotated. That's right. Okay, so we can just do this. But yeah, all we need to do is have it scale. If it's even or odd. So we can do a check height. And do a modulo of 2. And then check if it is greater than 0. And that's our even odds check. And then the scale here, just need to scale it up a little bit. Select. I'll see which one it is. Might have it backwards. Multiply, I don't know, like 1.2. Uh, 1.15? 1.1? And 1.25. 1.2. Sure, good enough. So if we did 2, 3. Okay, it's not quite there. Why doesn't it go all the way? I know we have the offset. But maybe the offset is just too much. Maybe the offset is just too much, and this is, I mean, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 wasn't great, but 6, 7. I mean, honestly, it ain't bad. It ain't terrible. The one thing I don't like is the fact that these are the same on both sides. Which is from... ba, ba, ba. 20 to 40. I need to turn this off. Also, this should be 20, 40 absolute. Yeah, okay, it's random. No. Yes. Now it is. Okay, well, it's not perfect. Right? It's not perfect. Hey, Kale, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. But, I mean, hey, it works. Two, 3, 4. Right? It's like... What I might do is just honestly, I don't know. We'll continue this tomorrow, but what I might do is just expose a value that I can scale these or something. So it'll be a little more manual, but I'll have like exact control over how much gaps I want or whatever. Or I'll just ask Grok. PCG guy does PCG on stream, unheard of. I know, right? I mean, normally it's just pure game dev, and it is for game dev. It just happens to be also PCG. Anyways, guys, that is gonna do it for tonight. We'll continue more. There's a lot more stuff I need to make for this. So we'll continue more tooling stuff tomorrow. Maybe wrap it up tomorrow. We'll see how many more I need to do, because I know I need to do cliffs and stuff. So we will see. And then we'll try using it and see what we can make. That might be like, it actually might be like 2 more days of this. We'll see. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night. And till later. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.